passt es mir doch gar nicht an.
Dear Diary, so much has happened, and I have a lot to tell you, my darling diary. I am so glad you have always been there to listen to my deepest of darkest of secrets. You know me more than anyone ever will. But my time on earth is limited, and one day I may not be here to talk to you. But don't be sad, my darling diary. Dying is not as bad as you think it might be. Let me start from the beginning, so you can understand what I am saying. I left civilization a long time ago to live in the forest. But I was so often when I look at my reflection in the lake, a human often stares back at me. Not a bird, or a chipmunk, or a hawk, but an ugly human. And so I decided to walk towards the gates of the nearby village that was populated by humans, and maybe give that life one more chance. They say the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different outcome. So this time, instead of vaulting over the gates, I dug a hole under the fence and crawled through. As soon as I reached the other side, I was immediately surrounded by two-legged creatures, humans. I am here to be your friend. Be part of society now, I shouted. Oh, look at that ugly old hag from the forest, shouted a human. Get rid of her, shouted another. The human started to throw stones at me. Getting hit by a stone is not as painful as you might think. Humans have such bad aim, so they miss you. And for a few moments I was able to stand strong and invincible as stones flew by and narrowly missed my face. But that's just a few moments. And oh, did I love those few moments. Because when one is crippled, that moment of invincibility made me feel so strong and powerful. Before I knew it, a rock was hurled at me, and I fell to the ground. A human dragged me by my hair. Where are you taking me? I cried. Shut up, you useless hag. We are taking you to your grave, the human replied. But why? I am not dead yet, I pleaded. You are closer to death, you old hag. We are giving you a head start, chuckled the human. With that, they threw me into the deep hole they had dug. But wait, I ventured into your world. Do you not want to venture into mine? I asked. What for? Your world makes no sense. You are tragically useless and are a complete waste of life, replied the human. But wait, have you no desire for me? Can't you love me and call me your own? I begged. Love you? I don't love you. And I never will, scoffed the human, who proceeded to throw the first round of dirt on me. Life is a funny thing. It's so much easier to kill a human than force it to love you. As they started to bury me, I panicked. I could no longer breathe. But what was even worse was another sickening feeling that was in me. Worse than the huge wound in my head. It was the feeling of rejection. Oh dear diary, what an uncomfortable, familiar feeling. It's a feeling so helpless and repulsive, like the yellow pus that is oozing out of my head. I don't like this feeling. I have to get rid of this. Or make it go away. Make it go away. The humans had left by now. I was 6 feet under, but not quite dead yet. My desire to escape from this was not my will to live, but fueled by my desire to breathe. Am I so useless that society has no purpose for me? Could it be that my existence is a waste of life? Maybe I do deserve to die. After all, society has no adoration or love for such an unusual creature as myself. It was then that I reluctantly accepted my fate. I, Anastasia, am going to die. No sooner had I thought this, I heard digging noises. I was now able to breathe. Before I knew what was happening, I felt sharp teeth embrace my neck. I was now being dragged on the dirt of the forest floor by the mouth of some kind of animal, which I couldn't quite see properly in the dark. At this point, I was in too much of shock and passed out. I woke up to find myself in a cave. My head hurt. I heard a growl, and right before me stood the creature that had rescued me from my grave. What creature is this, you ask, my darling diary? It was a tiger. Face to face with such a magnificent beast was both exhilarating and terrifying at the same time. I was mesmerized by its powerful jaw and strong teeth. But this can only mean one thing. I, Anastasia, am about to be devoured. Death is really after me at every corner. To my surprise, the tiger dropped a piece of meat from its mouth towards me and strolled away. I, Anastasia, I'm so vile and repulsive even a tiger doesn't want to devour me. But I was so hungry and exhausted I ate that piece ravenously as I hadn't eaten in days. After eating, I promptly fell asleep, only to be awakened by the tiger licking the wound in my head. Perhaps now I will be devoured. I am going to die now. But yet again, the tiger left another chunk of meat and walked away. Soon this became a daily occurrence. Each time I would anticipate death, I was left with some sort of nourishment from the tiger. My wounds soon healed and I was feeling much stronger. I began observing the tiger. Why didn't it eat me? I just had to know. The life of a tiger is a solitary one. I never saw the tiger mingle with any other tigers. But then again, tigers are rare in this part of the world, as most have been killed by humans. Perhaps this tiger was the last of its kind. Observing this animal brought me tremendous joy. What a beautiful, exquisite creature. The tiger would be gone for hours each day, but always return with food. Oftentimes, it would climb up its favorite tree and nap high in the branches. Maybe this is what it is like to be on top of the world. Then there were days the tiger would sprawl out in the sun, basking in the warm rays. Oh, how wonderful life can be when we can truly enjoy it. Years passed, and while the tiger was to me as exquisite as ever, I started noticing a few things that bothered me. Tiger was walking more and more with a limp, and at times seemed disoriented. "Oh, Tiger," I implored, "what's the matter with you?" "Nothing to be afraid of," replied the tiger. "It's just age. Time passes in this world, and each time the clock ticks, it means we are one tick older." As simple as an explanation as it seemed, I had difficulty accepting this. "Oh, but I want you to live forever with me," I whispered. Tiger replied, "Stop this nonsense, Anastasia. I can't live forever. One day I will be gone." "But will there be other tigers to carry on this majestic legacy?" I asked. "No, my dear," replied the tiger. "We are an extinct species. I'm the last one left." I didn't like the tiger's answer. "Then perhaps you are a failure with no legacy," I shouted. Tiger paused in silence and slowly blinked its eyes. "Humans have killed my kind. If the world doesn't want me, then perhaps the world doesn't deserve my kind, said the tiger softly. Oh, tiger, perhaps you are just too majestic for this world, I said. My majestic presence is what has made my kind extinct. The world cannot handle such greatness, replied the tiger. Tiger started walking away from me. Oh, tiger, where are you going? You are too sick and weak to wander off alone. Let me take care of you, I implored. Tiger firmly replied, I'm doing what a tiger does. I am going off to die alone. No, no, don't do that. I must be with you, I begged. Stop this silliness, Anastasia. This is life. We all eventually turn to dust and my time is coming, said the tiger. With that, the tiger left. I never did see the tiger again, but for the next several months I saw tiger footprints in the snow. I was tempted to follow the path, but refrained. Maybe this world is lucky to have experienced the majestic presence of this magnificent beast. I know I was. As time passed, I no longer saw the tiger footprints in the snow. Tiger was no longer part of this world. But I still felt the tiger's presence near me, each time the warmth of the sun's rays kissed my cheek. Oh, when the wind blew my hair. Maybe dying alone is not as frightening as many would think. Death isn't that foreign when you have witnessed the cycle of life in the forest. And as I dragged my crippled legs over the dirt, I know that death will one day come for me. But how afraid should I be, if at all? For I know that I too will disintegrate into the dirt that I walk on. Anastasia.
Mag dir Gott ein Mann bescheren, wohl mit 1000 Hochversehn, wenn wir zwei zusammen